Hello,
Hello.
everybody. Welcome to another week of the Duff Pickem AllStars. That guy over there is Skinnnns. That guy is Icehouse. In the upper right is Groady. In the upper left is Commish. I am the Orange Peanut. We are here to give you fantasy football pick'em advice from experts and people who know what they're talking about, and some people who may be mildly entertaining. First, we're going to go over our own league pick'em, which, man, what a what a week last week, Commish. Tell us what happened last week.
I got all the picks right, bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, that's worth a salute.
Both
What that is
both
there.
Brody and Boss thought they had it going on with 5 right, but I got 6. Um,
Sorry,
and
Groody.
then we had what? Tommy with 4 right, Stan with 3, and JV with his bounce back week after getting none right. He managed to get 2. In fact, he's the only one who bet on Icehouse, which was wrong. Tommy was the only one who bet on Quitter Quitter, and he was wrong.
Oh,
Um, Otherwise, that's pretty much it for there. So then on the season, the 6 for me puts me in a tie with Boss in first place with 13, Kevin 12 in third, Stan with 11 in fourth place, JV you got 10, and then Tommy did with the making of the picks. He is now at 5.
wow. All right. So
Tommy's going to need some perfect weeks to be able to try and catch up.
we believe in you, Tommy. We believe in you for that one there. Very good. Very good. All right. We're gonna start week 5 at the top here. That would be Icehouse, who's going to talk about the 2-2 sick Erot Scriptum against 2-2 Mears Cat Industries. Oh,
Well, Joe's got the old razzle dazzle
oh
going
man,
on.
what guys are
Doesn't
going
miss
on
much.
there?
I just wanted to point out that my bench is deeper than Eric's bench.
You look
Well,
at this. You put a Bond
Clayton's got
players
one
in.
thing going for him. Let's see. Well, Eric's got everybody getting points against Joe's zeros. It's looking pretty solid there.
All right, hang on. Let me adjust it.
Oh. That's the
And
razzle.
therefore, I guess I'm going to go with Eric because Joe's just taking a knee.
Mitch's
Well, I
razzle
wanted to
dazzle
I
is the
wanted to see
best.
something. I wanted to see if I left it like it was until I don't know Thursday morning or something, or if I had nobody going Thursday, throughout the weekend, just to see if it would credit me with the you are the underdog, even if I'm not.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I was
Interesting.
kind of curious. I was like, oh, I kind of want to do this, but I guess for the purposes of here. What do you mean position's already been filled? What are you talking about? Oh, you
Yeah,
idiot.
you got 2 guys in the wide receiver slot.
Yeah,
But
it was
anyway,
damn.
Tyreek Hill against the Giants, he should clean up, man. Don't think
No.
Atwell's going to do well for Eric. Najee Harris, Gus Bus. What is Gus Bus doing nowadays? Yeah, he's just doing what he just average blah. He's nothing
Get on the
special.
bus, Gus.
I don't
We
know.
need it, Gus.
Um, Kyle Pitts. Wow, what a failure.
We got points. No, he
This is
didn't. Never
not
mind.
working out.
Him or the coaches that are failures.
Well, I guess I'm not blaming Pitts. I just, as a fantasy player, I'm saying Pitts is
Yeah.
out guys. I'm not interested. Um, I I'm gonna take Joe. I don't care what lineup he throws in there. I assume it'll be better than what Eric's putting
He's
together.
got one in there now.
I just
You
don't
can
like
look
a
at
lot
it now.
of Eric. Okay. I just don't like a lot of Eric's matchups. It's like Dallas D's. I mean, they're solid, but I don't know, man. San Fran's getting it done.
Do you smell a choke? Is that what
Kyle
you
Pitts
smell? Do you
and
smell a
Gus Bus
choke?
are not going to do much of anything. Atwell may not do much.
Well, and the thing with Hill though to think about is what's his face? The head coach doesn't have a grudge against the Giants for not hiring him, so he has no reason to run up the fucking score.
Yeah.
And if the offense has proven anything, they like getting sacked, so that's going to be a lopsided affair early.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is currently projecting showers, but it's probably too early to worry about weather for it.
So you say you're taking
they're
the
gonna hit
commish?
showers
Is that what I
early.
heard there, Icehouse? You taking commish?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Joe on this one.
One for the commish with that one there.
No, he is a slight underdog, but I'm fine with that.
Commish,
Don't
what about
love
you?
your lineup either, Joe. But
You know what? I will take
matchups,
myself.
I
What
mean.
the hell?
It's not so much your lineup; it's the matchups. I'm not a fan.
Oh yeah.
But it is what it is, and I got to pick one of these two, so I'm taking my side.
Right.
So in my mind right now, I keep thinking, man, the Dallas defense has just done damage. I mean, with the exception of week 3. And it's about that time when you have faith in the Dallas defense that it's time for them to choke. So I'm going to go for the commish in this one here. Skinns, what do you got?
Eric's got a couple good matchups, but overall, I like Joe's roster to score more total. So, highest scores could go up on Eric's side. Player scores could be on Eric's side, but I think Joe will defeat him through attrition.
Pull it through with that one. All right. Okay. We got
Good solid scores.
chance to be a contrarian, Groady. What do you think?
No. Najee Harris has been garbage all year. Kyle Pitts is garbage. The only thing that he's probably got going for him is that Aaron Jones will probably light it up against the terrible Raiders. The only questions I have is if Tony Pollard and Robinson will get their numbers. Houston's defense, from having learned from Lovie Smith, is pretty stout. They're doing pretty well. But the one thing I know for sure is Joe's got Devontae Smith, and last week was A.J. Brown's game. So this week it's an a Devontae Smith game. So they switch off. They go every other game. So
Ain't that the
game.
truth, though, man? I
Yeah.
swear.
So, and to me, them playing the Rams is probably a better matchup for that wide receiver than Hill going up against the Giants, because that could quickly be 21-0 in the first quarter. So, and then with Josh Allen going up against Jacksonville, I mean, yeah, he'll probably get those points, but I think with how good San Fran is, Dak Prescott's going to have to really, step it up. So I think, the quarterbacks end up kind of being closer in points. So, yeah, I got to pick the commish.
Landslide victory for the commish with that. Everyone's on the commission side. No sippy for today. And that's okay with that one there. Next, it comes for the commish to talk about 7-1, that 0-4 against 3-1 Science.
Ooh, let's see. Tony, well, I mean, if his message is any indication, he's kind of given up on the season already. I'm sure Cooper won't be in his lineup to start. It's hard to pick Tony because he keeps losing. So initially off the bat, I'm inclined to just straight up take Barry. I mean, a deeper look at the numbers and on the season, I mean, Tony's averaging 92 points a game, while having 122 scored against him for a net of minus almost 30.
Wow.
And then let's see, science. Where's my science page? Science is here. Barry, on the other hand, is averaging 138 per game with 108 against him, so plus 30.
Wow. Especially last week, he scored over 170 points on me, and he could have scored 200 if he had set his players in the right place. Damn you, Barry. You had called me and rubbed it in, you salty Scottish asshole.
So, not saying the matchups don't matter, but Tony's luck is Tony's luck, and I'm just going to take Barry. I don't think Tony can do enough to overcome Like Nakua has just been gobbling up receptions. Justin Jefferson's Justin Jefferson's. If Luke Getsy can call the plays like he did for Fields on Thursday, even if the Bears lose that game, Fields could still have a stellar output of numbers. Mostert for Miami again. If they're just going to be up big, he's just going to be running. Montgomery and Carolina again. Detroit's defense playing stellar. Carolina's fucked. Montgomery's just going to run. Kelsey, Addison got nothing last week, but apparently it didn't matter for Barry. That was the other insult to you, JV, is that he had a guy with 0.
Smart.
Baltimore's D against Pittsburgh's not a bad matchup, and kickers or whatever. So, I'm going to go Barry on this one.
We'll vary with that one there. All right, so that's one on the science for that one there. Skinns, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna do science because not only he's got Cooper on a bye, he also has Debo in the flex. And last week, Debo only had a few targets or something like that. I know he got like no yards. Oh, he had 6 rushing yards is what he had and no receptions. So, I mean, they may still be like easing him back from his rib injury. So he might have 2 wide receivers that he might need to plan replacements for. And then Jameson Williams is not going to do it in his first game back. So, easy pick for Barry.
Easy pick for Barry. Yeah. I am also joining the science squad with this one here. 7-1. I mean, my team sucks, but yours, we'll just call it that. Groady, what is your thought?
I'm gonna watch the Jonathan Taylor news because if it ends up being that he actually is gonna suit up and play for the Colts, I might switch my pick to Tony. Just because obviously he's gonna, flex Samuel where Cooper is, and then he can drop, Taylor right there. And Tennessee's defense hasn't been that good, so if Taylor ends up playing, I might end up picking Tony. But right now, Tony's kind of in that situation Blavender was, I think it was 2 years ago, where it was just like we all came to his games and we're like, is anybody picking Blavender? And we're like, no. Tony's at that point in the season where it's like, is anybody picking Tony? No. But yeah, I'm going to watch the Jonathan Taylor news, and if there's hopefully news that he's going to suit up this weekend before Thursday, switch my pick. But obviously, if not, it's going to stick with Barry.
I like it there. And then back up to Icehouse there. Are you any contrarian views against the landslide?
I mean, I do agree with Groady. If there's any chance Tony has, can pull one off, it would be Jonathan Taylor playing and somehow just coming out firing. But you still take it Barry, regardless of whether he plays or not.
Fair is fair with that.
That would be
Fair.
one repeat.
I like it there. Okay. It was good there. So now we head on over to Skinns, who has left here a second. Did you go? Did you not want to do this one, Skinns? Oh, there he is. He's back again. There, Skinns. Okay, you're here to talk about the 4-0 auto. Oh no, wait. I can't talk about me, because I'm next here. All right, Skinns. You gotta. Oh, sorry, Skinns. You gotta talk about 1-3 Blavender against the 2-2 Orange Peanut.
Okay, let me load it. B-Lav has Mahomes versus Hurts. Mahomes versus Minnesota. They like to give up points. Rams versus Hurts. They're surprisingly better than being the second or third worst team in the league. I thought they would be. Let's see. We got CeeDee Lamb, Cortland Sutton. For B-Lav versus Gabriel Davis and Hollywood Brown. Edge to B-Lav. Get any other wide receivers hiding there somewhere, John? What's going on? They're all on by on your bench.
Yeah, okay, that's a lot.
Let's see. B-Lav has Zach Moss. So if Taylor comes back, Moss may not get much run, and Kamara will be back for his first game back. We got Jared Cook and Warren. Schultz versus Waller. Come on, Brian Dayball. Can you do anything with Darren Waller, please?
He couldn't. They even said it last night. He like 90% of his snaps were blocking. They have no line.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Why did you get the guy then?
Because they thought they were going to have an offensive line.
I guess it's true.
Ramondre
I did too.
Stevenson. Flex edge to Belav. And kickers, blah. Actually, if anything, I don't know if Jacksonville will be attempting many field goals against Buffalo because they'll probably be chasing them. New Orleans D versus New England. The Battle of the News. And Kansas City's versus Minnesota. Better watch out for the GTK there, John. He may eat your defense up.
I'm worried.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the edge to B-Lab.
That makes a lot of
Because
sense.
a vote for the peanut is a vote for an L.
It has been the past few weeks here, so I got to try and turn this around. Against better judgment and logic and understanding and everything like that, I will vote for myself because, man, that's a sucky bye week hell. Why? Why did I not see, like, when I was drafting, I drafted most of these players. Why did I not look in advance to be like, gee, maybe I shouldn't have 5 people on the same bye week. Maybe that would not be a smart idea. Future me, if you're ever watching this, don't be a stoop. Groady, what do you think?
Yeah, Mahomes going up against Minnesota. Minnesota's defense is pretty bad this year, so I go with Lavender.
You're going with the Lavender with there, yeah, Commish?
Oh, let me get to that matchup because I had the other one up still. Ugh. We don't like the points.
Neither Penowitz is projected to get over 100.
Fuck, I don't care. I'm gonna take John. Fuck it.
Yes, I will.
Hey, vote for the peanut.
Vote for the peanut. Yes. I will try and help you with that one there, but no faith in that one there. Okay, I will get the Auto Draft All-Stars 4-0 Auto Draft All-Stars in first place against the 5th place 2-2 Sippy Cup Power. Man, Brock Purdy's going to be in trouble. Dallas's defense just looks great. There's no other way around it there. Jordan Love though, little playtime in Vegas there. Okay, all right, got some juice with that one there. I think Edge goes to Sippy with that. Although I do like Brock, he does have the Onyx from Pokemon. Hopefully he pulls it out. DJ Moore for Chicago. That's a nice juicy one against Washington. Is that Thursday? We're on Thursday night?
Yeah.
All right. We got the suck in front of the entire nation. Yay. There's AJ Brown. That's really good with that there. I like that. Definite advantage to Sippy, Thielen, and Watson. Watson's playing, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. I like the Thielen matchup a little bit better. I think shooting going to be a thing that happens there. Running back. Oh, gosh. Autograph's got McCaffrey. He's got that McCaffrey Purdy combo. I do like that. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is on there too. Kyron Williams, James Conner. Oh no, we got a Q with Kai. What's up with Williams? What's up with him? You got a thing going on here? No? Hip injury.
Bruce Stein.
His hips may lie. Does he have someone else to put in? Oh, sure. He's got the Ezekiel Elliott. He can put him in there. Perfect substitution. Tight ends look about even there, but I would edge it to Hawkinson easily. Great, just fantastic tight end on Sippy's side here. The McLaurin versus Waddle. Even Steven, I think, with their kickers. Oh, you need a Sippy, you need a kicker. You could probably find one. Probably be okay. Miami's defense against the Giants. Ooh. I think I'm going with Sippy on this one. I think if Auto Draft were to have his first loss of the season, I think this could be it right here. Groady, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think with Love going up against the Raiders, who are really bad, and Miami going up against the Giants. I mean, Seattle got 11 sacks last night. 11.
11 sacks
last
night. Oh my god.
Yeah, and in the Denver trade with them, Miami does have Bradley Chubb, who's a really good defensive lineman. So Daniel Jones is in a world of hurt when you go up against Miami. So, and then obviously with Love, going up against the Raiders, I think him and Watson make a pretty good connection now that he's back. He already scored a touchdown last week in their loss. So yeah, I'm going with you too. I think this is the first chance for our draft to lose.
Yeah.
So I'm picking Tommy.
Very good there. Back up to the top, Icehouse.
Well, since I didn't get to pick last game, I'll take Desmond, by the way.
Oh, you did? Oh,
And with my next pick, I will go with
sorry.
auto draft.
I'm sorry about that. I figured the game was not as exciting as with this one here. You're going auto, so you're going with Desmond. Yeah. Sorry about that. And then auto
I'm
draft, the
taking
one for
auto
the
draft
audience.
too. It's
Okay.
not going to be easy, and I don't know. There's really nothing to say that he should win, but you know what? Yeah, as long as the game's winning, I'll keep picking him, I guess. Till it happens otherwise.
Solid strategy. Solid strategy. All right, Commish.
There's no reason that he should win and be 4-0. So to say that about this individual game is kind of fruitless. So I'm sticking to the pick him until he loses.
Until he
Yeah,
loses.
it's certainly a sound strategy, as Joe just pointed out.
I
It's
love
just
that
a bold
strategy.
strategy.
Bold strategy. Skinns, you are the tiebreaker here. Who do you pick?
And the tie-breaking pick goes to Tommy. I like his matchups better. He'll get a kicker. Although McLaurin could eat. Why does he have CEH? Rashad White on a bye. Higgins is a Q. He's got Brees Hall on the bench.
Ooh, that is some juice right there. Brees Hall against Denver. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Gonna do a thing.
Yeah, that's another good reason to pick auto draft right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna go to Andrew here.
Ooh. I like it.
Be
I
good,
like it there.
suckers.
All right. It's on for that one there. I like it there. Okay. We're going to Groady. You can't talk about yourself right here. So, Groady, you're going to talk about the 2-kidder quitter at 2-2 versus the 1-3 Boss of Beef Bowl.
You know, boss, we're betting against yourself every week. You've been right 3 times.
Come on, baby. Why am I at the top?
Despite Dave's terrible choices at tight end, I think I got to pick him this week. I think obviously he's going to switch, probably put Buffalo's defense in. Boss again's got to waste another move on a defense.
Or do I?
I do like for Boss that he does have Robinson going up against the Bears because it's going to be points for sure. But I think the big thing for Dave is he's probably I hope he does, but he should start Garrett Wilson in his flex over Khalil Herbert because Denver's defense is terrible and Garrett Wilson is going to him and Zach Wilson should light them up. And then obviously I think Devontae Adams, despite how bad the Raiders are, I think he'll still get those points kind of a little bit like a hey, I used to play against you, Green Bay, and then Tua going up against the Giants. I mean, he could literally do exactly like he did against Denver and start 16 for 16 for 200 plus yards and 4 touchdowns. So, have another game like that. So, I think the only downside for Dave is probably going to be Chris Olave and Madison. I don't like Chris Olave his matchup against New England. He didn't do too well last week either. And then Madison has just been trash for Minnesota. So I'm going to pick Dave. And yeah.
Solid pick in that one right there. All right, we got a pick for Dave on that one. Icehouse. Do I have to ask here?
No, of course not. You never have to ask.
Another one for I do want to ask you. You get a vote. This is democratic nation of ours. Okay, so you vote for yourself there, Commish.
I'm gonna take 2-kidder quitter.
The 2-kidder quitter for that. Skinns.
Oh, I'm going to go with my brother on this one. I like the matchups,
Ooh.
and I think his roster is better as a whole.
We'll give our hopes up. Stan.
So, yeah, I think
If I
Brian
even
Robinson
push
should
three
get you a
times.
bunch of points in that RB position. Huh?
Ooh.
This is a sneaky little kid.
Koopa.
Got Cooper on there
Koopa.
coming up from behind.
Yeah,
Yeah, very good.
he's got COVID right now.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
sorry, man. I'm sorry, Cooper.
Katie and I had it this week, and I think he got it from us this week.
Oh, sorry.
But he's
Yeah.
doing all right so far.
Good
That's
to hear.
good.
I really want to pick Dave because of Tua. I think Tua he went up down. Now he's scheduled to go up again against a really good good juicy matchup against the Giants. I I think I'm going to. I do really like Nico Collins. I like Stephon Diggs. I do, but I think I'm going to go with the two kidder quitter on this one right there and leave Skinns at the contrarian point of view with that. So for me, going two kidder. Last on here, we would normally go up to. Oh no, yeah, we go up to Icehouse to talk. Icehouse is want to go take a poop. We're going to talk about Groady versus the Skinns. 2-2 Groady against 3-1 Skinns. Why are all of our matchups? Oh, because people are on bye. Icehouse, talk about Groady versus Skinns. All the matchups are under they're all under 100.
In this league, we're afraid of points, John.
It apparently needs a quarterback. That's not going to work out very well. Interesting. Well, let's see.
Probably going to pick a smart move.
Jamar
Sam
Chase
Howell.
Yeah, Jamar Chase has not been Jamar Chase without a healthy Joe Burrow, and I don't think Joe Burrow is going to magically get healthy next week.
Mm-hmm.
The same ground advantage there. Harry Judy, Nick Flowers. I don't know. Those guys are probably a wash. Devontae Williams, I think, should get a play. I don't. He may or may not play. Jacob should do pretty decent. Oh, you got HM. I guess if we could call him that.
Mm-hmm.
I think HM should do pretty well. I mean, apparently Miami just gets to play a bunch of nobodies all in a row. Just rack up offense. Kind of hard to argue against that. I'm gonna take Groady.
Groady.
I mean, obviously, you guys have to make a couple of substitutions, but at the end of the day, I'm going Groady on this one.
We're like, okay, we got one for the Groady with that one. They're coming.
Me versus Groady.
I'm going to take Stan.
We'll take Skins. That one there. Skins, who do you take in this amazing battle?
I'm gonna bring up the HM points. I feel like when they need to pound the rock, they use Mostert. When coming from behind, they use A-Chain. And what changes did I have? Yeah, I just got to get a QB. There's 3 or 4 options I like out there. That should be good, but obviously my team's only problem is I've had the most points scored against me in the league this year. Because compared to the least.
Cody's like,
the least
yeah,
for auto.
weird.
Yeah, that's a good sign for you, Groady. But I'll still go with myself here.
He's still going for himself. I am on the A-Chan Tran. Chugga Chugga for Groady. For that one. And we come to Groady as the tiebreaker.
Because I know exactly who Stan is going to pick up. Only reason why I'm picking Stan, because he's going to pick up Sam Howell, who's going to look like a Hall of Fame quarterback against the Bears, and I will lose because he's going to put up 45 points. So I pick Stan. Stan, if you don't pick up Sam Howell, you're foolish. It's like the one time to pick him up. He's playing the Bears defense. So
Yeah,
It's
it was him and
funny
one or
to,
two others. I was trying not to look like a boomer.
did you say, Joe?
I was gonna say Stan's mentioning his I've got the most points scored against me. He also has the second most points scored in the league.
Ooh, excellent.
But yeah,
Excellent.
that's what's going to happen. He's going to pick up Sam Howell. My week is over.
I think there's still hope.
Sweet. I have the second lowest scored points against me.
Oh.
Me and Bates are the only one who had
No.
We're they're only two under 400 points against.
Well, that doesn't bode well for Stan.
No.
Until he picks up Sam Howell. Free advice, Stan, on how to beat me.
Friendly matchup
70-point game incoming.
Let us call up the Pro Pick'em right here. Oh, Commish, we had some stuff happen last week. Actually, last week was an exciting week. At the very end of it, there were some real neck-and-neck battles happening here. Let us know what happened last week, Commish.
Well, I don't really consider Pro Pick'em a neck-and-neck battle since it's not an actual game.
Well, yeah. It was very close at the end. It was.
Well, sure, but it's all contingent upon the fact that outside of Tommy, everybody had double digits on the last game, which doesn't necessarily happen. But Boss led the week with 99 points, followed behind by Stan and I with each with 95, JV with 87, Kevin with 83, Eric with 81, and Tommy bringing up the rear for I think the first time all season with 73.
Yeah.
Well, we all got Detroit right. We all got the Los Angeles Chargers right. Had I gone with my gut instinct before I took off for a run Sunday morning, we all would have had Jacksonville right. But stubborn as I am, I stuck with Atlanta, and that was wrong. Let's see. Stan was the only one who got Houston right. Stan was the only one who got Arizona wrong. Kevin was the only one who got the Giants wrong. Let's see. Oh, we all got Cincinnati wrong. Apparently, Joe Burrow's injury has baffled us all. We got fooled into thinking that idiot could play. Turns out he cashed that check and is on his way to early retirement. But apart from changing Atlanta, there were no other games that I wanted to change, as is the case, and it seems to be for the past, at least the last season that I was keeping track in this year. The underdogs won the week with 9 correct picks, favorites with 7. As far as on the season goes, Kevin is still in the lead with 319 points, followed by Tommy with 311, followed by me with 305, then Boss with 297, Stan with 288, JV with 234, and Eric with 198.
Yeah, I literally completely forgot they came out with the news that Deshaun Watson wasn't playing, and I completely forgot to change to Baltimore. And if I had done that, I would have probably switched my pick from the Giants to the Seahawks. But I mean, I probably still should have switched it, but that was the one game I when they said it, I was like, shit, I needed to switch it, and I forgot.
Yeah, that makes sense there. I was surprised myself at the Jets Kansas City game that they actually held it close at the end. Like it was one of those like, oh, could they come back from behind? But at the same time, everyone knew it's like, no, no, no. Mahomes is loved by everybody. Taylor Swift is at the game. No, it's not going to happen here, Jets. We're very sorry about that. Ugh. Um, let's all open up the beers. Give a cheers to Icehouse for this one for winning on the week last week. Congratulations, there, sir. What, what was what was your favorite game or game that surprised you the most last week?
No, the other Icehouse.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just, I'm glad I switched my, from KC to Seattle for the 16 points at the last minute. But yeah, didn't really have any big hopes for any other team.
All right.
Yeah, that'd have been costly for you.
That would have been. All right, then. Let's get into the week with this one. It starts out with Icehouse. Icehouse is actually going to talk about two games with this one, starting off with his Kansas City Chiefs, which is going to, where are you on my list here? Am I in week 5? I am in week 5. Kansas City's going up to Minnesota to play against the Garbage Time King. What do you know about this one? What do you say? Icehouse. Mr.
Right.
Kofi.
So the total opened at 52.5. At 53 now. It is the highest total of all the games this week, so it should be a shootout. And let's see. Mahomes is 10-1 in domes in his career, but last season he was 1-3 against the spread dome. The spread opened at 5.5. Looks like it's currently at 5. Let's see. Mahomes is Vikings are the only team he has not faced and the only team he has not beat. So I don't know if that's any motivation for him to win the game, but it's there. All that being said, I'm going to take AC for 3 points.
KC for the tree with that one. All right, you got KC for tree. Excellent. Actually, really stats that you can't just go to the database for to look up something real quick. That's pretty cool. Or maybe you can. I don't know. I don't really know how to do as much of that there. Commish, what about your thoughts? KC, Minnesota.
What did we say the current spread was? 5?
Yeah.
Around
Yeah,
there?
it's at 5 at the moment. It opened at 5.5.
Yahoo's dumb as hell. They don't even have today's, so that's great. I'm gonna take Kansas City, and I have no idea what my points are because I didn't do them because there's 6, 4.5, and then a bunch of offs. So I don't
I
know.
also see 5.5 spread, so it's kind of either or. 5.
Well, I know. Yeah,
5.5,
looking at the one page, I see a 5, 5.5, 5, 5, 5 between Caesars, FanDuel, PointsBet, Bet365, and DraftKings. So
yeah, so where where do you want to buy your points?
it's probably going to be 5 because I believe actually they don't have MGM on here, so which is usually what Yahoo goes through. Let's see if we count down. Fuck, I don't know. I'd have to do this. It's a little bit more involved because I got to scroll up and down.
MGM
come back to
It'll
you.
probably be somewhere around 10 points on the game.
10 points, and who are those 10 points you think they're going to go to?
I said Kansas City already.
Kansas City, gotcha. Yeah, Kansas City. There. All right, Skinnnns. What's your thought on Kansas City going to Minnesota?
I like the GTK to bring it back close. Andy Reid likes to let people back in the game at the end of it. And if the Jets can keep it close, then Minnesota should be able to keep it close. The Jets were in it for their defense. Now that I say that, and Minnesota has no defense. So I'll still stick with Minnesota, but I'll give them a 2.
You drops a deuce on the Vikings
I'll give them
there.
I'll give them a 3 or a 4 actually, because I always
4.
give my 3-point spreads the low numbers.
No, I see now. You have trust in the garbage time king, but Taylor Swift's going to be at this game, and she's not paying for her boyfriend to lose. So I'm going Kansas City for a Taylor Swift 6. What I'll be going for. Groady.
I got Kansas City for 3. I think Minnesota's defense is too bad, and they'll give it up too much.
Fair enough. I like it there. All right. Go over to the Commish, who's got Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo, going up against I'm sorry, not the Jaguars, the Jaguars with it there. The Jaguars for that. My gosh, that's so hard to say. 5.5 points again in favor of the Bills. What do you know, Commish?
They've played each other 18 times, including 2 postseason games. They are split down the middle, 9-9. In fact, their last 2, 4, 6 matchups have gone win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. With the last one being a loss for the Buffalo Bills, which means they're in line for a W. As far as overseas go, the Jacksonville Jaguars have played 9 games in London with a 4-5 record. Whereas the Buffalo Bills have the next at 7 games. 6 of those were played as part of the aforementioned Bills-Toronto series, so not necessarily overseas. They've only made 1 trip to London in 2015, and it doesn't tell me if they won or lost. So they don't have exactly the stellar 4-5 record that the Jacksonville Jaguars do overseas. Although they won last week, so I guess that would put them at 5. No, this is from this is from 6 days ago. So yeah, they'd be at 5-5. They played 10 games. But the way the Buffalo Bills dismantled the Miami Dolphins after their 70-point output, I don't think Jacksonville stands a chance at keeping this game even remotely close. It's currently we got 5.5 in favor of the Bills. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills for this one, and it'll probably be 7 or 8 points or some shit. I don't know.
7 or 8 points for that one right there. We'll mark it down with 7 right there. Is it just me, or is Jacksonville playing 2 games in England in a row?
Yeah, 2 in a row.
Wow. Just moved there already. Man, crying out loud. Skinnnns, what's your thought?
Don't tempt him. That owner might.
2 weeks in a row, Jacksonville spending, I'm assuming they spent the whole week in England. And if it's anything like my time in the Army when I was in Europe, all you need is a week or 2 to completely forget about your work and focus on the European ladies. So these players have plenty of time to forget about the game that's coming up and keep busy during the week. So not to mention just that, but I think Buffalo will just take it to them. Jacksonville hasn't shown anything this year. And then you put them up against a good team, and they're going to do worse. So give me 13 on Buffalo.
13 on Let's Go Buffalo. I will also be joining you on the Buffalo train. The Jaguars are going to get if they do move to England, here's where England's going to be like, oh, that's an American team playing against our British Florida team. 11 points on Let's Go Buffalo. Groady.
I think if the spread pushes any higher, I might take Jacksonville. But right now, I got with it being at 5.5, I got Buffalo Bills. They can easily beat them by a touchdown. So, but yeah, if it pushes higher, I might switch. And then also, side note, anybody who doesn't have Disney Plus or ESPN Plus, they did not get to watch the Toy Story game this past weekend, which I did, and it was fantastic. I will tell you right now, if they did every football game in this Toy Story view, I'd watch every game like it. It was fucking hilarious and awesome.
Yes. Yes. So
I can't wait
the
to watch
whole
the
game
Bills
looked
and
like
Pats.
that? The whole game looked like that?
Yes. And the funny part is both both boys who barely want to watch football with me. Both of them came out, sat down, and were like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Atlanta Falcons." They're like, "This is a real game?" I'm like, "Yeah." They changed the players into little toys, and they're like, "This is awesome." It was. It's fun.
Wow.
That's
You-
cool.
That is cool. Yeah.
Glad it worked out. I was kind of curious.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was live, and little guys running around throwing
Yeah.
the passes.
Yeah,
Highlight the player that had the ball, so it was easy to track.
And they didn't have any of the refs on the field. The claw was the thing that placed the ball down. It was cool. Anytime there was like flags or anything, the little alien guys from Toy Story would come out and they would throw the flag down and then tell you, "Oh, it's holding or pass interference." That was funny.
The aliens
that's
were.
cool. I like it.
The only thing
Pretty fun.
the only thing they got wrong was they had Booger McFarlane on there and they were showing his hands and his fingers weren't all like crisscrossed.
Oh
So I was
no.
like, "Ah, you got that wrong."
Booger Gang Club. Ugh. That's awesome. That's awesome. Icehouse, your thoughts?
Let's go Buffalo first. Lucky number 7.
Lucky 7. A lot of 7s on there. Okay. Commish. That's you were at that one there. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So we're all on the Let's Go Buffalo train for there, right? Yeah. Yeah. Why are my numbers not
Yep.
completely adding up with that there? It's my bad.
I got 3 points on Buffalo, I should say.
3
And
on
I put
Buffalo.
5 on Kansas City.
5 on Kansas City. Got it. Thank you. With the correction with that. Excellent. Come down to Skinnnns next year. Who's going to talk about Cincinnati going up against Arizona Cardinals and their in the heat of Arizona there. Looks like the spread on this game is 3 points in favor of the Bengals. Skinnnns, what do you think about this game?
You were breaking up a minute there. What spread did you find? What'd you
I've
say?
got 3 points in favor of the Bengals on this game, Skinnnns.
Okay. Let's see. The 1-3 Bengals travel to the 1-3 Cardinals this week. Last week the Bengals were 2.5-point favorites against Tennessee, and they were blown out 27-3 in the under cash. Cardinals could not cover their 14.5 against the Niners. Although I did watch most of that game, and they were keeping it within 1 or 2 scores most of the game until the Niners erupted in late third, fourth quarter. So Cardinals have been surprisingly competitive this year, and I'm starting to think they should be getting at least a couple more points per game because against the spread this year, the Cardinals have been 3-1. Joe Burrow has been the Joe Burrow we did not think we would see this year. And Zach Taylor confirmed Burrow will start Sunday again. He said it is what it is. Every week way. So in 4 games, Burrow has just completed 57% of his passes, 728 yards. That's less than 200 a game. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. His QBR of 33.7 is 29th in the NFL. So big reason Bengals are 1-3, and they're going to continue to start him. They also might have lost T. Higgins this week. He may or may not come back. He had a fractured rib, so I can't imagine him being much more than just a complimentary role out there. So if you got Tyler Boyd, be a good flex this week. As I said, Cardinals were 3-1 against the spread this year. Cincinnati is 0-3-1 against the spread this year. Cincinnati's averaging 4.0 yards per play, lowest in the NFL. Arizona at home is averaging 6.9 yards per play, and that's second best in the NFL. Put all these things together, and it's me putting up an 11 for Arizona at home to probably win outright against the Bengals, much less take the points.
Wow. Holy cow. 11 for Arizona. I have to join you. Burrow just looks like he needs a rest. And T. Higgins dropped like 8 balls, 5 of which were perfectly catchable. You know, I remember he walked out into the back room, like looking at his gloves and whatnot with, and I'm like, it's not your gloves. Don't even pretend. Like something's up. Just come on. 9 points on wow. Groady.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Zach Taylor is sticking with Joe Burrow, because right now across the league, the Bengals lead the NFL in drops. So, like, is it really a Joe Burrow problem? You know, you're not catching the ball.
Mm.
I don't know if they turn it around this quickly. I got 5 points on the Cardinals. Josh Dobbs, I mean, crazy that he is looking better right now than Joe Burrow. He's got 800 yards, 70% of his passes, and he's thrown for 4 touchdowns.
He's looking better than Joe Burrow, unless you
And he's
compare a
going,
facial profile of each one with each. Sorry, Josh Dobbs just has that kind of look on his face, like I don't know. He's a questionable look on his face. That's all I could say. Icehouse, your thoughts?
I'm taking 12 points on wow.
12 points on. Wow. Holy cow. That's so we got a landslide right so far for Arizona Commish. Any contrarian thoughts on this?
I got 9 on Arizona.
9 on Arizona. We are all on the wow train for this. All right. Comes to me next. I have the New Orleans New England game. It is at New England, and New England, I believe, is favored by 1.5 points. Low scoring game. The over under is only 40 points for this one. This game reminds me of times of legends of Drew Brees and Tom Brady just being king quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, I don't know, I just remember thinking to myself, like, look how many yards they can throw for in some of those games. So that's why I picked this game, just because it reminds me of legends past since. For 10 points, what crowd close by to Chicago did Drew Brees go to?
Purdue.
He went to Purdue. He went to Purdue
I
University.
barely hear you, John.
Oh, you're kidding me. You can barely hear me. Oh, no.
You heard like
Hello.
every other word really loudly.
Oh, no. Is there something going on with my thing? Hang on here. Wait a minute. Can you hear me now? Can you
Yeah,
hear me
you're
now?
better now.
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
you're better
Okay.
now.
Well, we're getting some sound from you. I don't know what it is.
Probably the tablet in the background there. Yeah, Drew Brees went to
That
Purdue
would be my guess.
University. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's 10 points over there for Icehouse. So either way, these teams have not met very much with that one. There are only 15 times they've met. New England Patriots lead the series 10-5. They don't play each other all too often with it there. Word on the street is that Derek Carr could come back and play. He's questionable to return with a right shoulder injury. I kind of doubt it, but at the same exact time, it is going to be a while before their bye week. Can they get by with their other strategies on the Saints with it there? Everybody down in New Orleans right now is saying this is the Derek Carr that they were warning us about with it here. The other problem on the Patriots right now is they're playing the Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones game, which is just like, oh, just pick one already, Belichick, please. Anyway, so in this game, I have.
Belichick's not playing a game. He took out Mac Jones because Dallas's defense was dominating them.
Well, that's true as well. Yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, oh, come on, develop your quarterback. I get it. I do. But at the same time, it's one
Well,
of
and
those
then
like,
Judon got injured in that same game, so he was right to get Jones the fuck out of there.
oh, he did. I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah, after he'd already taken out Mac Jones, he was glad that he probably took Jones out on the off chance that he gets injured.
Indeed, indeed. I'm going to put on this game here 7 points on the New England Patriots for me here. Groady, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries going on with the Patriots. They started off the year losing a tackle. Then weeks after that, they lost both their starting corners. Then they lost a defensive tackle. Now they've lost Judon. Also looks like they've lost Christian Gonzalez, their phenomenal rookie. He looks like he's going to be out for a while too. So it's at home. They're 0-2, which sucks. But I mean, normally with this being such a low spread, I'd put high points on it. I just don't have faith in the Patriots. I'm still picking them. I'm dropping a deuce on them, but yeah, I just don't have any faith in New England right now. I mean, visibly, you could like I've never seen Bill Belichick. I mean, obviously he had teams that were rocking, but he visibly was so frustrated. It's like he literally went like,
Yep. Oh, I saw that one. Yeah, I did
"Look,
see
I'm
that.
out." So
Yeah, indeed, there, indeed. All right, so you got dropping a deuce on New England. Doesn't like it, but it's there. Icehouse, you dropping a deuce?
I'll take 4 on New England.
4 on New England. Commish,
I got 13 on New England.
13 on New England there. Oh, chance for the Skins to be a contrarian right there. You see any reason to pick New Orleans Skins?
Oh my God.
No, Carr put up 9 points against Tampa last week, and their defense has been all right. But I don't know if Carr's still dealing with his shoulder injury. I don't think he's going to be able to put up much of a fight. So I think New England will be able to squeak it out at home. But I'm going to I'll put a 3 on him here.
3 on New England. We are all on the New England side. We wish you lots of luck, Mac Jones or Zappy or whoever chooses to play in that game. Coming to Groady, you've got Washington coming and hosting the our hometown team, the 0-4, the Bears. Groady, please shed some light on this game, please.
So last time the Bears played them actually was last year on Thursday night. Carson Wentz was in that game. The Bears lost 12-7. They actually had a chance towards the end to tie the game. If you actually had the chance, if you actually had money, you could buy the all 22. The actual play that he threw the ball to Mooney that would have been the touchdown. Montgomery was wide open on the left side for the win. And the Bears didn't win that game. So I would say a similar thing is going to happen. I think right now with it being a 6-point spread, I think the Bears, even though Washington does have a good defense, I think the Bears might keep it close, but then Washington will get a touchdown in the end and win, and the Bears will go 0-5 and get ever closer to having not won a game in a year. You'll see Matt Eberflus probably get fired on Friday. The big thing about that is you really got to see some push from the offense in order for them to name Luke Getsy the interim coach. But the talks are that if they do fire Matt Eberflus, there is words out there that they might bring in Lovie Smith to be the interim coach for the rest of the year, which I absolutely would love. Because at least then your team will be competent and ready for a game versus what Matt Eberflus is putting out there, which is not competence. Because when it's 4th and 1 and you call a timeout, you kick the field goal or put the ball in field stance. So the Commanders lead the series as well. I got them in this game. I think the weapons that they have and the non-existent defense that the Bears have, I think the Commanders will easily go up and down the field. And and then hopefully Luke Getsy continues to call plays like he did against Denver, and hopefully the Bears can score some points. But I think Washington wins in the end, and I got 7 in Washington.
7 on Washington with it there. Makes sense, makes sense. Icehouse, does that make sense to you?
I'm taking 9 points on Washington, but I don't think the Bears will fire their head coach. They've never done it in the middle of the season, and I don't think they'll do it now, even though it makes 100% sense. But the Bears are going to do what the Bears do, which is
True.
everything wrong.
God, yeah. So right with it there. Commish, your thoughts?
I don't know. I think they could keep it a close game. They kept it close to and I guess if they run the offense the way they did, I think they can lose by 3. So I'll put 4 points on Chicago.
4 points on the Bears. I love it. I love it there. Skins, what do you think? Oh, well.
Now, Bears,
Hmm.
I mean, Eberflus being held to the he needs to win, and the Bears, they got something to take away from last week. They put up 28. Was it 28 against Denver? They got their offense going. Their coaches, there's rumors swirling. So you got to think that they're going to come out and play, but they're not going to come out and play good enough against Washington because Washington is freaking Washington, baby. Max points.
Oh,
Wow.
who'd have thought? Wow. Max points on one. Yeah. Man, did see it coming. I need an underdog, so I'm gonna go tree on the Bears. Underdog bad. Please,
The,
Bears.
the
Do
other
something
thing to
right.
point out is if the Bears and Carolina, who are the two winless teams in the league right now, continue down the path that they go, Bears will be the first team ever in NFL history to have the first 2 picks in a draft.
It's awesome.
Hey,
That is.
right. That'd be fun.
That would be.
Well, I think the odd
I
thing
mean,
about that
I
though is
heard
like
earlier.
the amount of people that are shitting on the Bears for that, but yet they had to make a trade to get that other pick.
Yeah.
Mm.
we did
That isn't on them.
season ever because it's
Oh,
like the possibilities are endless.
Indeed.
I want to see it happen.
I do too. Sippy Cup is not here. He
This
wanted to
season is
jump
already
in
down
the
shitter, so let's
Sippy
go.
Sippy Cup wanted to jump in the ball pit, but he's not here. So we raise our glasses back up again to Icehouse, winning last week. Well done, Icehouse. You get the last game, which to me is this would be an interesting one to hear what you have to say about this. It is Miami hosting the G-Men of New York. And I don't know what the point spread is here, but I'm sure, boss, you're on top of that. So let me know what do you know here. Oh,
Yeah, it looks like it's at 11, and I wonder if there's check another. I just out of curiosity. Ah, lost my spot.
11-point spread.
Yeah, 11 or 10.5. Take your pick, I guess. It is falling away from the Giants. Originally, the Giants opened at plus 400 money line odds, and it's getting away from them there. So everyone's putting Miami in their parlays on the money line just because it's an easy fucking gimme. The Giants I don't have a whole lot of this game because there wasn't. I mean, what's there to talk about? My God, Eli Manning
11 sacks. That's
line is full.
all I need.
The Giants have not covered a spread any game this year. They probably won't cover this. I don't know. I mean, all signs, it's like, what are the Giants going to do differently in a week that's going to change things around? I don't know that. I can't see. I mean, let's say it's 11 points. Whatever. I'm still going max points on Miami.
Oh, max points.
I just can't see them not winning by 2 touchdowns or 2 scores. Well, a touchdown and another half. Yes.
Yeah. You got max points on
Couldn't
Miami.
find much relevant information to save the Giants in this case.
That's fair.
Sorry.
Fair. No, you're okay there. You only lost 5 points for that.
Right.
Commish, what do you put on this game?
You got 1 point on Miami.
1 point on Miami for that. Skins. Yeah, hello, Skins. What do you got on this game? Or is he frozen? he thinking? Seeing?
Oh, he's really hard about it.
Oh, he was. Oh, he's back here again. So must be having some internet problems with this one right here. There he is back again. Skinnnns, Miami versus the G-Men. What do you got?
Oh, Miami versus G-Men. Yeah, give me a. I'm gonna put 9 on it. Although I think I want to go with a bigger number, but I'll do 9 on Miami. They should be able to
9
run away with it.
Miami. I will do. I will do 2. Drop a deuce on Miami for me. Groady.
He got sacked 11 times. The spread's 11. I got 11 points on the Dolphins.
Oh, that's awesome.
Excellent. Love it.
That is awesome. Yeah, right. Ends all the games.
Interesting thing before we go to quick picks. At first I thought Boss did the Houston Atlanta game, which I actually thought would be interesting because CJ Stroud right now for Houston has had one of the best starts of any rookie QB has had in years. Beating a lot of guys, putting up a lot of stats. This is a guy Bears could have drafted.
Haha. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they were going to
One
draft
risk
a
of
quarterback.
Happen. This could happen with it. Sorry, go quick picks, boss. You've got the Atlanta hosting Houston.
I'll take Houston for 10.
Houston for 10. Falcons, by the way, favorites by 1.5 points there. Houston for 10. Commish.
I also have Houston for 10.
Houston for 10. Skinnnns.
So I like Houston for
10?
6.
10?
6.
7. 6.
I like Houston for 8. Groady.
I got Houston for 13.
Houston 13. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Ooh, interesting there. Interesting. All right, Commish. You have Detroit hosting Carolina, with Detroit being a 9.5 point favorite.
I got a deuce on Detroit.
It drops a deuce on Detroit Skin.
What's the spread there? I lost my spread page when I read it.
9.5 in favor of the Lions.
Oh wow. Bryce Young starting. Start your Detroit defenses. I'll just put a 5 on it.
5 on that one there. I will put a point on Detroit. You got Groady?
I got 1 on Detroit.
1 on Detroit and Icehouse.
14 on Detroit Rock City.
Oh my God, 14 on Detroit. Good Lord.
Let's go.
Well, Skinnnns, you get Indianapolis hosting Tennessee, with the Colts being 1 point favorites.
1 point favorites at home. Tennessee's only win against Cincinnati this year. I like the Colts. Yeah. I'll take the Colts for 7.
I am going to go against you. King Henry found his new job as a quarterback. 5 points on Tennessee. Jack Groady.
I got 14 on Tennessee.
15 on Tannehill. Max points on Tennessee. Going back up to the Icehouse.
1 point on Indy, because this game's
1 point on Throw Me the Whip. Commish.
I got 14 points on Derek Stella. Henry got his groove back.
Jam, Charles Barkley. Oh my. Let's see. That's awesome there. I get Pittsburgh hosting Baltimore. Pittsburgh, I think, is about to go on a bye, and Baltimore decimated the Browns. Baltimore, everyone's going 81%. I'm looking at underdogs. I am even. So I want to go Baltimore. Wait, who's favored in this game? Probably Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore is favored. I'll go with them, and I will do 4 points on Apple Core Baltimore. Groady.
I have 10 points on Baltimore.
10 points on the core. Icehouse.
I got 8 on Baltimore.
8 on the core. Commish.
8 on Baltimore.
And 9 on the core. Skins, your chance to be contrarian.
Baltimore by 4. Apple
Wow.
core.
He rocked.
Double that 4 and put it in 8. Baltimore.
What? Unbelievable with it there. Hey, back up to the top with, or no, we got Groady with this one here. Sorry about that. Los Angeles Rams hosting Philadelphia Eagles with the Eagles with 4.5-point favorites.
I got 4 points on Philadelphia.
4 points on Philly. Icehouse.
I'm gonna take 11 on the Rams.
11 on the Rams. Interesting. Commish.
I got 6 points on Philadelphia.
6 points on Philly. Skins.
You know, this is an insult to the Redskins that they were 6-point underdogs to the Eagles, but the Rams are only 4? Come on.
I mean, the Rams are.
Is it?
Ooh.
Wow.
Heyo!
Dude, I don't know. I mean, the fact that it is 4, I'm just going to put a 1 in the Rams.
1 on the Rams. Wow. I'm gonna do Philly for the 10. Please gotta support my quarterback for this one here. Ooh, need a win. I am back up at the top. Icehouse, you get the Mile High Stadium in Denver hosting the JETS with the Broncos being 1.5-point favorites at home.
Well, that's just stupid because they're gonna lose. Give me Zach Wilson for 6 points because everybody looks good against the fucking Broncos.
All right there.
Let's
Commit.
go.
Yeah, I got 12 points on the Jets. I think their defense will be able to do much more than the Bears defense did.
Yeah.
I like it.
Zach Wilson gonna join the club in Denver.
Skinnnns.
Ooh, give me a deuce, because that's what this game is. Give me a deuce on Denver.
Deuce on Denver. God, that's funny. I will be going for the JETS Jets. Max points on the Jets. Oh, I didn't have faith last week, and I was. Oh, you gave that to me last. You gave that to me last week. I won with the Jets. Damn it! I was the only one that won with the Jets. It works sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you don't.
Faith, man.
It was a lucky poo, is what it was. Roughly.
I have 12 points on the Jets.
12 points on the Jets. Man, landslide, no faith in Denver. Gosh. Commish, you've got San Fran hosting the best defense to choke in all the land. San Fran, the Commish, is a 3.5-point favorite in this one against Dallas.
I got 7 on San Fran.
7 on San Fran. Skins.
I have an 11 on San Fran because
Ooh.
fuck Dallas.
Ooh. I think Dallas's defense might do a thing. 12 points on Dallas. Groady.
I got 8 points on San Fran.
8 points on San Fran. Icehouse.
Got a deuce on Dallas.
Like put a deuce
That's
on the
what I
Cowboys.
hear. Deuce on
Dallas
Dallas.
says deuces.
Last game starts with Skinnnns here. Las Vegas hosting Green Bay with Packers 2.5-point favorites.
Packers 2.5-point favorites on the road. Question is, will Jimmy G be starting this week? Aiden O'Connell looked like a backup. Not the worst backup. But Oh no, Christian Watson's back. I like that. I just am not feeling much about the Raiders all year, but you got a revenge game for Devontae Adams. My gut tells me Green Bay though, and all I have left is a 12, and I like to end my weeks with a big number, so 12 on Green Bay.
I like that. I do appreciate that as well. I also like to end my weeks with a big number. 13 points on Green Bay for me. Groady,
I got 9 points on Green Bay.
9 points on the Cheese Icehouse.
I got 5 on Green Bay.
And on Green Bay there, and with the last pick of the evening here, Commish, what do you got?
I got 11 points on Green Bay.
11 points on Green Bay. We're all going to be looking at that Packers game at the very end. Well, it's on Monday night. We'll be probably catching it in some way anyway with that there. Make sure you save your picks. That's all she wrote for this week, folks. Like, comment, and subscribe actually just subscribe. We have 5 subscribers. Thank you to all 5 of our subscribers for that. So cheers, and we'll see you around next week, folks. See you later. Bye-bye.